welcome family, friends, and loved ones. We gather here today to celebrate the wedding of Zack and Kendall as they have come here to make public their love for each other and to declare their choice to live and grow together, and to allow Zack and Kendall to start their married life together surrounded by the people dearest and most important to them. Zack and Kendall also come here today in hopes that as they enter into this sacred covenant of marriage, all of us will draw closer together. If you are here with your spouse, let this ceremony be a reminder, a rededication of your own loving bond. It is my privilege to ask, who gives this woman to be married to this man?
Her mother and I do.
Marriage is perhaps the greatest and most challenging adventure of human relationships. It calls each of you to embrace the ups and downs of life, requiring love and patience, dedication and perseverance, honesty and integrity, grace and understanding, forgiveness and humility, and waking every morning with a renewed commitment not just to one another, but to your family, to Brantley. We gather today to give thanks for Zack and Kendall, to surround them with our prayers so that they may be strengthened for their life together and nurtured in their love for God. At this point, Zack and Kendall will make public their intentions in entering into this covenant as husband and wife. Zack, will you take Kendall to be your wedded wife? If so, please answer by saying, I will.
I will.
Kendall, will you take Zack to be your wedded husband? If so, please answer by saying, I will.
I will.
Zack and Kendall, you two have been in love with each other for a long time. You've been present with each other through some of your best and worst times. Through this, you've continued to choose one another. You've persevered, and your relationship has matured. In James chapter 1, verses 2 through 4, it reads, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." Consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds. Notice James states, whenever you face trials, not if you face trials. James knew that trials in life and in relationships are unavoidable, but he encourages us to take on a posture of thanks and to consider these trials pure joy because ultimately they produce perseverance. And that perseverance, that persistence in choosing one another has led you to right here today. But the work is not yet finished. James continued, let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. The work of perseverance comes slowly and must be allowed to take full bloom. Perseverance is the mark of a person who is mature and complete, not lacking anything. Zack and Kendall, know that as you enter into your marriage, you are inevitably going to continue to face trials. As I was preparing for this, I thought through the many trials of my own marriage and what advice I might offer. I kept coming back to one word, love, just love. When Jesus is asked, what is the greatest commandment? He replies, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. And in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 7, Paul defines love this way. He says, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Notice that in these verses, love is described by action words, not concepts. Paul is not writing about how love feels. He is writing about how it can be seen in action. True love is always demonstrated by action. The ultimate act of love was expressed by Jesus on the cross, and He is who we strive to love like. In fact, the best way to understand each of these is to simply replace the word love with Jesus. Jesus is patient. Jesus is kind. Jesus does not envy. Jesus does not boast. Jesus is not proud. Tying these passages together gives all of us a pretty good guide to a successful marriage. Love God. Love one another. Love like Jesus. And act with love through all the trials so that you may persevere and continue maturing. When you do these things with your partner by your side, rest assured you will be complete, not lacking in anything. And tonight, your life begins together, and we are all so happy to be here with you to see you bloom. It is now time to say your vows, to declare your intention and commitment to each other. These vows represent an active decision that the two of you are making today, and that you also continue to choose each day going forward. Please face one another and join hands, binding yourselves to one another with these words. Zack, repeat after me. I, Zack, take you, Kendall, to be my wife.
I, Zack, take you, Kendall, to be my wife.
I promise before God and these witnesses
I promise before God and these witnesses
to be your loving and faithful husband,
to be your loving and faithful husband,
in plenty and in want,
in plenty and in want,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Kendall, repeat after me. I, Kendall, take you, Zack,
I, Kendall, take you, Zack,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I promise before God and these witnesses
I promise before God and these witnesses
to be your loving and faithful wife,
to be your loving and faithful wife,
in plenty and in want,
in plenty and in want,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
May I have the rings, please? These wedding rings serve as a symbol of the love, trust, and devotion that encircle your lives together. They are an outward reflection of your bond together. Zack, repeat after me. Kendall, I give you this ring as a token of my commitment,
Kendall, I give you this ring as a token of my commitment,
that I will love, honor, and cherish you
that I will love, honor, and cherish you
in all times,
in all times,
in all places,
in all places,
and in all ways forever.
and always forever.
May it always be a reminder
May it always be a reminder
that I have chosen you above all others.
that I have chosen you above all others.
With this ring I marry you
With this ring, I marry you
and bind my life to yours.
and bind my life to yours.
Kendall, repeat after me. Zack, I give you this ring as a token of my commitment,
Zack, I give you this ring as a token of my commitment,
that I will love, honor, and cherish you
that I will love, honor, and cherish you
in all times,
in all times,
in all places,
in all places,
in all ways forever.
always and forever.
May it always be a reminder
May it always be a reminder
that I have chosen you above all others.
that I have chosen you above all others.
With this ring I marry you
With this ring I marry you,
and bind my life to yours.
and bind my life to yours.
Please bow your head. Father, thank you for the gift of marriage and for joining these two lives together. We ask that you continue to guide and direct Zack and Kendall as they move into this new and exciting stage of life, that they would turn to you for guidance in the tough times and praise you in the good ones. We are thankful that so many of Zack and Kendall's friends and family could be here to celebrate this today. Please watch over them, protect them, and allow your word to be central for every decision they make moving forward. Amen. Before God and in the presence of all of you, Zack and Kendall have made their solemn vows to each other. They have confirmed their promises by the joining of hands and by giving and receiving of rings. Therefore, I proclaim they are husband and wife. Those whom God has joined together, let no one separate. And now, let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths for your feet and be steadfast in all your ways. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord be kind and gracious to you. The Lord look upon you with favor and give you peace, that you may faithfully live together in this life and in the age to come, have everlasting life. Zack, you may now kiss your bride.